Years before the Great War began, my closest friend and mentor raised me from being nothing to greatness. He taught me every Cybertronian exists for a purpose, beyond that which the foul caste system relegated us to. Most importantly, he taught me the value of hard work and reliability. So with that, I say thank you to my old friend, Megatron.
You've shown great improvements, my young friend.
Maybe so, but I'll save the championship fights for you. I'm content warming up the crowds.
Is your aspiration so limited? Do you not want more?
I would prefer to save it for the real fight. The fight for freedom against this oppression.
I see you listen to more than just my advice on combat.
I've heard your speeches and attended your rallies. I yearn for the Cybertron you speak of, and hope to stand beside you in the new world once it has been won.
There are few I can trust to truly be relied on. You have proven to be more than just an ally, but a trusted friend. Let us speak more on this topic after today's competition.
You call our opponents competition? I caught a glimpse of them earlier, and let me say even Shockwave would make short work of them.
Thus guaranteeing the likelihood of us speaking later. I would not make plans unless there was a guarantee of seeing them through.
You see, you're smart.
And what, pray tell, gave that away?
Because you're always right. Megatron had mastered all forms of combat. He took it upon himself to share his knowledge with me, something he had never done before. He kept saying it'd be a shame to see such a worthy bot fall victim in these vile pits. I am here and ready to fight. I wish I could say the same for you. Oh, illiterate SC. I knew another illiterate bot. He's dead now. I'm sorry. I tend to say literally anything that pops in my head. There's just no filter up there. It's a serious dilemma and gets me into trouble sometimes. We who are about to die salute you. Well, he's gonna die. What? You can't take a joke? Combat roll. Stuck the landing. Yeah! Got him eating out of the palm of my hand today. This is the part of the job I hate the most. But if there were any other way. Activate Battle Blade. We live by the sword, and we die by the sword. Today you will be met by your ancestors in the Well of Allsparks. Be with them in peace.
Yo, Stratosphere! Prime's been looking for you.
Let him look some more.
It's serious. Get over your hate and talk to him. Now! That's an order.
What is it you want from me this time? You want me to burn down a city? No, wait! You want me to strike fear in them and brutalize the weakest Decepticon of a patrol.
Stratosphere, This is a serious matter.
You use me to do the dark things you promised the Autobots wouldn't do. Why should I expect any different?
In war, we are all forced to do things we do not wish to do.
I don't know how much more I can take, Optimus. I'm barely hanging on here. When I joined with you, it was under the presumption that I would not become like my old friend. The more you send me out there, I see less of a difference between him and I.
You and I both share a unique perspective on Megatron. We both knew him well before the outbreak of the war, and we both hold on to the memory of who he was. And as we face off, you can't help but wonder, is part of you holding back to save him?
I find it easier for him to think me dead. It may seem petty, but to hold on to any memory of my old friend, he can never know of my betrayal to his trust, his teachings, his friendship. I only survived the pits of Kaon thanks to him. I owe him my life, and I've returned the favor by destroying his forces and fighting his dream.
His vision is twisted and deranged. We both know this.
I know, but I know you feel the same way I do on the matter.
It is hard to fight against one you called brother. It is this feeling that I must ask you to put aside for now. I need you to join us in the war room.
The situation must be desperate if you want me involved.
Prime seems to want your eyes on this. I don't know why, but...
Easy, Jazz. There's no harm in bringing in additional help.
Sorry, Optimus. It's just hard to trust someone who values his friendship with Megatron.
Do you have issues trusting me?
Sorry.
It's okay, Optimus. I never joined your Autobots to make friends. I'm here for the cause.
Sorry, Stratosphere.
Well, I think we've made progress on moving forward. However, that won't stop the Decepticons moving forward with their plans, so let's get to work.
Sideswipe is right. Take a look, everyone.
What are we looking at?
This is a map of the Hydrax Plateau. Supposedly, somewhere in this area is one of the largest travel routes used by the Decepticons to move Energon. As to the exact route, that information we still do not know.
The Hydrax Plateau?
That's what he said! You're not paying attention?
I'm glad you find my pain so funny. Yes, please, continue laughing.
I'm sorry, it's just of all the people a drunk patron would try to pick a fight with, it had to be you.
What frustrates me is he couldn't handle his drinks and collapsed before we could fight. I'd have shown him the fury of Megatronus.
Oh, I'm Megatronus, and I always speak prophetically. Show me your fury.
A spot-on impersonation. What power do you possess that allows you to see inside my head?
If I were in your head, I would understand why you're meeting with a librarian from Iacon. Outsiders bring complications.
If our cause is to ever gain any traction, we will require more than gladiators to incite change.
And if diplomacy doesn't work?
Then we will march across the Delta Bridge and show Iacon real change.
You would incite a riot.
I would incite a revolution.
He's using the Delta Bridge.
Are you sure?
He has some affinity for it. I can recall numerous conversations where he's mentioned it.
The Delta Bridge was infamous for failed crimes because everyone can see everything coming on it. It's the longest bridge on Cybertron, and there's nowhere to go once you're on it, except across or straight down. So if you're right, then the next question is, how do we stop the Decepticons from getting Energon across Cybertron's most secure bridge?
What's so funny?
And here I was just beginning to think you only wanted my help strategizing.
What is it?
I'll take the bridge. Once I've done so, I'll destroy it.
It's suicide!
My team and I work best with those odds. When all else fails, we don't.
Indeed. Our team is at a high success rate under the most dangerous of circumstances. But this is different though.
The Decepticons will see us coming. They'll be prepared for us. It'll be difficult, practically impossible.
Exactly.
For you. For me, we'll do what we do best. Destroy everything and everyone in our path. They'll see us coming, but they won't escape or survive.
I cannot condone such a mission.
And just like my past missions, you know it has to be me. My team and I will obliterate the Decepticon presence on the bridge. And once we give the signal, you guys send in the ordnance so we can blow it up.
Optimus, as much as I don't like him, his plan does make sense.
Ready your team, Stratosphere. Tomorrow, you will destroy the bridge.
Well, he ain't happy. Last mission you sent him on was supposed to be his last, if I recall. Something wrong?
Stratosphere is a bot who wanted to retire from this war due to a fear that he will become Megatron. He has always held contempt for me because each mission pushes him farther towards being too far gone. But his years of extensive training with Megatron puts him in the top 1% of our warriors.
But this is war. We ought to pony up from time to time and do something ugly.
That he understands, but he has a point. All I have ever asked of him was to do the work no Autobot should have to do, because I knew he was capable of doing it. He's seen a good bot corrupted into a twisted monster, the same bot who made him who he is today. It is because of that he fears for the conflict will turn him into the beast Megatron wished to create from him. And my fear is that with this task, I may have just unchained that beast.
Optimus, whatever he becomes resulting from this war is entirely by his own design. What I have seen from the battle recordings is he is sheer will incarnate. If he doesn't want to be a monster, he won't be. Simple as that.
I wish I shared your optimism on this matter, but unfortunately, I do not.
Orders just came in from Prime. We've got a mission.
I know. It's one of my own design.
The usual odds? Okay, boys, you know the drill. Pack heavy, we're going in guns blazing. No survivors.
What are we destroying, boss?
The Delta Bridge. We're gonna take it. Ordnance will arrive once we have, in order for us to blow it way up into the stratosphere.
I hate when you throw your own name into the plan.
It's part of my natural charm, Sixgun.
All due respect, sir, but natural charm skipped you eons ago.
We got an intruder.
I come in peace.
It's Sideswipe, you positronic sputs!
I know. I just don't like people not on the team.
How can I help you, Sideswipe?
I asked Optimus to be on this mission with all of you, so I guess I'm on the team.
Well, why do you say so? I'm Afterburner. Let me introduce you to everyone else. Big Chungus over there is Scattershot.
Hello.
He's not really one for words. Just like Skydread over there, he's a former Decepticon the boss bot recruited. Had his vocal processes ripped out for failing to clean the floor properly by Skywarp. Turns out the cons run a tight shift. Who knew? Over there is Sixgun, Strafe, Kaon, and Lightspeed.
You're gonna love it here. Everyone is super friendly.
Except for when we're not friendly. Don't fall asleep.
Yeah, I just steer clear of Strafe. He's not exactly, right in the head, you know. And finally over there by the big boss is Topspin. He's really the only bot who can reason with them. Thus is why he was the obvious choice as his lieutenant.
Well, thank you.
No problem. And remember, avoid Strafe. I mean it!
Sideswipe reporting for duty.
Who?
Me. Sideswipe, the famous Autobot? I've done things. Stratosphere, help me out here.
Nope. I kind of like seeing you flounder over your own words.
I'm just kidding, Sideswipe. Optimus notified us you were coming along.
Oh, okay, good.
Though I do think you're not very smart. No intelligent bot would have volunteered for this.
That cuts me deep.
They just launched Prime.
Primus be with them. Our future depends on the outcome of this mission.
Let's do some good business today, everyone.
What's that about?
Oh, amongst ourselves, we call ourselves the Business Brigade. Because we go in and get business done.
And Topspin called me stupid?
I heard that.
Sorry.
Are we taking fire?
Did they already see us coming?
Looks that way.
Bank left, Topspin. I said bank left, not straight down.
We were shot down.
This is why I always hate when you fly.
You're no better, Strafe. You always crash us into other ships.
And then we take those other ships. That's my strategy.
Everyone shut up! What's the play, boss?
Nothing's changed. Storm the bridge. Kill everyone.
No pressure.
None whatsoever.
Search the wreckage for survivors, and rip out the sports if there's any left. What a day. What? We're under attack?
That's Brunt. Megatron has him as the officer in charge of energon and munitions transportation.
Then we're in the right place. Scattershot, Lightspeed, push up the left, watch the edges. Nose cone, Topspin, same orders up the right.
And everyone else?
We're up the middle, no doubt.
Push him back already! Stupid Autobots! You're all gonna die!
We're losing bots, boss!
And if we retreat now, they died for nothing.
Last time I saw you, Skywalker stared pieces out of you. Too bad you didn't finish the job, traitor.
I've got this guy.
I don't recognize you.
I intend to make your death excruciating.
An Autobot wouldn't do that, would they?
I'm not what you call a good Autobot.
Sir.
We both know there's no stopping him.
Report on our losses.
Skydread, Nose Cone, and Topspin.
Topspin. What's that?
Cargo from a shuttle?
It's got con markings on it.
Is that?
The Dark Star Saber. Constructed by Megatron himself from Dark Energon. Supposedly it's the antithesis of the Star Saber, granting whoever yields it, if they're worthy, unrivaled power. We recovered it after a battle and locked it in the Iacon Hall of Records. I put it there myself.
Why would that be in transit?
Anyone want to bet there's more stolen weapons of mass destruction in those crates?
So someone is feeding WMDs directly to Megatron from the Hall of Records?
Looks that way.
This mission was classified beyond classified. No one was aware of our coming here. No one would have known the shipment was in danger. We can't call for ordnance at this location.
What?
If we make that call, whoever is leaking these weapons to the cons might hear and let them know Megatron's irreplaceable ultimate weapons are sitting here on an exposed bridge.
We can't just leave all this here? That looks like 5 more crates.
Someone will have to hand-deliver the message and call for ordnance.
How will we get back to base? The shuttle is wrecked.
He means the long way.
It's the only way to ensure the mission is seen through to its completion, whilst not informing the cons we have Megatron's treasures out in the open.
I'll do it.
No flyers. Flyers will attract too much attention. Has to be ground-based vehicles only.
That flight could be done shortly, but that kind of drive will take a while.
I'll do it. My alt mode is one of the fastest in the Autobots.
I'll go with them, to make sure everything gets into the right hands.
Good thinking. Something this important needs to be handled appropriately. Going as a pair ensures its safety. Stay off comms and keep a low profile.
Will do.
Gather up the crates, hide them from plain sight, and wait. We've got to hold the bridge until we can bring it down.
Something isn't right. I can feel it.
I can't confirm or deny that feeling with evidence. The Decepticons seem to be jamming satellite coverage in the Hydrex Plateau.
We need to know what's going on. This is taking too long.
Why have you disturbed me?
Brunt's convoy didn't arrive at its checkpoint.
How late is that fool running?
According to the trackers on the crates, Soundwave reports the convoy has stopped on the Delta Bridge.
You were wise to come directly to me with this information, rather than go through Starscream. If he has managed to interfere with my shipment as a form of leverage, I assure you he will not.
Master,
how dare you interrupt me?
We have this image to go along with Soundwave's report.
Show me. I recognize everyone in this image except for him. What new Autobot has Optimus Prime dug up for me to destroy now? Bring me more images. I wish to know everything on the matter.
Yes, my lord.
Why do you seem familiar, yet I cannot identify you?
How long do you think it'll be?
At least a few cycles until Sideswipe and Afterburner will reach Optimus.
That's not what I meant.
You mean until the Decepticons come back?
Yeah, they're bound to pay us a visit sometime, I'd imagine.
When they do, they'll regret it. For our friends we lost today, I'd say what the boss did to Brunt will be welcomed compared to what I have in store for them.
We can't do this for revenge, Strafe.
Tell that to Nosecone. No, tell it to Topspin. No, wait, tell it to Skytray to escape Decepticon enslavement just to turn around and die by one's hands anyway.
Look, I see your point. It's just that if you go down that dark path, you'll be more like...
More like who? Stratosphere? He walks a thin line between bot and con but never dips too far over.
That's not what we saw today. He literally ripped Brunt apart. Brunt suffered to death. Doesn't matter what side you're on. It's a nasty way to go.
Oh, I have a visual on a Decepticon.
What's he doing?
He's just watching us.
What a freak. Let's blast him.
He's watching us for a reason. I think we should wait for him to play his hand before we play ours.
You mean letting him continue to watch us?
Makes sense. He wants something specific from us. Too bad we're not performers.
That's right. We're not. Let's go back inside the shuttle.
No, don't go back in. I need images of the other guy.
What other guy?
You. Stay back. I'm warning you.
I can see you're unarmed. You're doing recon. Why do you want to see me?
Lord Megatron, he didn't recognize you.
It's best it stays that way.
The boss is missing!
He's up there!
What's he doing?
Is he recruiting?
It's what he does. Target Decepticons with the weakest of loyalties and flip them to our side.
How does he do that?
No other Autobot was born to the pits of Kaon except him. He built the same impression they did, but didn't join the Decepticons. Simply put, they share similar life experiences.
I don't get it. You could have easily taken me out, and I wouldn't have seen you coming. Why didn't you?
Honor. And regret.
Do explain.
I much prefer a straight fight. There's honor in that. The pits taught me that. And regret? I killed a Kaon today. Something I've done 1,000 times over.
And where's the regret?
That is the regret. I took another life. I was born to kill, and it's not what I want. On top of all that, it's the manner and how I did it.
Oh. One of those kills.
One of those kills that frighten you once you realize you're capable of such cruelty.
In the Decepticons, we cannot allow ourselves to be held up on concerns like that.
Unfortunately for me, that's why you're winning.
We would race right into a Decepticon patrol.
Nothing we can't handle. It's just gonna slow us down a little bit.
That's what I'm concerned about. Stratosphere and the team needs us to be moving at our fastest right now.
If you'd like to go voice your complaints to the Decepticons, they're right outside. Are they coming under fire?
The Autobots are here!
Okay, so between you and me, and I do mean I won't tell Megatron this, who are you?
My name is Stratosphere. The only bot to ever be trained by Megatron himself, and one of his closest friends before the war.
How did he not recognize you?
It's a funny story.
Today's the day, my friend.
The day we take our first steps towards freedom.
Even better, today they will declare me the new Prime, and I will personally create the new world order necessary to raise those who have been oppressed out of the mines, and put those who kept us down there to work where they saw best to trap us.
That's not freedom.
It's as I said, the new world order.
What about Sentinel Prime? They're not just going to give you the title when he's still alive.
That matter I have already taken care of.
What do you mean? He disappeared recently, but he's not... You're responsible?
My forces captured him. I personally terminated him.
You're lying. This isn't like you.
A courtesy for a friend. Don't ever give me a reason to strike you again.
Stratosphere, I was not expecting to see you here. Have you come with Megatron?
Don't trust him, Orion Pax. I've finally seen his true nature. He will betray you.
But you are friends.
I know you both plan to speak. Don't let him get the last word in. At that moment, I betrayed my only friend, my mentor. As I had warned Orion Pax, Megatron spewed his twisted version of he and Orion's dream for Cybertron. Orion thankfully took my advice, and spoke in a manner that even I realized that there is a bot I would follow as a Prime. Funny enough, he was the one who truly envisioned the freedom for Cybertron I had yearned for. When the High Council declared him Prime, and not Megatron, well, you know what happened.
This is an outrage. If you accept this Liberian, there will be war.
Megatron, please. There has to be another way. I do not want this.
Then reject their declaration as I have. That's what I thought. Good luck, Prime. That is, if you even survive leaving this building. Open fire on the building. Bring it down!
I'm going in for the civilians.
Why?
You can't rally them to your cause if they end up as collateral damage.
Make it quick. Cease your fire! For now.
Pax, Megatron plans to bring the building down on top of you.
I am not finished evacuating these people through the tunnels. Can you buy me some time?
I am right now. I got him to cease fire to get civilians out. You take this. I stole it from one of his bots. Get in the tunnels and detonate the building. That should give you enough cover to escape. The civilians can walk out front with me. They'll be safe with me.
And what of Megatron?
I'll kill him.
It's not right.
Look, if he lives, there's a war. He said so himself. There's no other way.
Hold fire.
We've got one armed hostile!
No! Stop firing! You idiots! You deserved better. Farewell, brother.
I was labeled as a casualty from the incident, and fortunately, there was a processing error at the medical bay where I was treated, so in the teletrans system, I'm labeled as deceased.
Megatron doesn't recognize you because you're dead.
The Cybertronian mind is a funny thing. When someone is dead, if you see someone who looks similar, your processor immediately tells you that someone you remember is dead, and it can't be them. And I'd prefer it to stay that way.
But you're my mission.
Report to him I wasn't here. I was either killed or deserted. It's better for both him and I that it stays that way.
And I can trust I'll make it back alive.
No, you cannot. Cybertron's a dangerous place as of late. No. It's too easy. His reconnaissance took too long, so they sent the muscle. Get ready for a fight! We've got cons inbound!
You let that one con go? Why?
He was unarmed.
Here they come! Strafe! What do we do?
Hold your ground. Scattershot. Can you provide air cover?
You got it.
Scattershot!
It's Starscream! Boss?
My team. I failed them. It's just me.
Has the Delta Bridge been reclaimed? Again with this Autobot. He is familiar, but after eons of conflict, I cannot recognize him.
I know who he is, my lord.
For your intrusion, it better be worth it.
The Autobot was foolish enough to try and recruit me rather than kill me. Told me his whole life story.
Go on.
He claimed to be a bot you once knew. Stratosphere.
Stratosphere? I saw him die. Killed by our own troops after being mistaken as a hostile.
It was no mistake. He told me he aided an Orion Pax's escape and went out there to murder you. Apparently there was an oversight in processing from the medical bay, and they accidentally labeled him as killed in action. He's been an Autobot this entire time, and spoke of ripping Brunt apart, piece by piece, until Brunt's spark eventually went out.
My oldest friend betrayed me. My brother betrayed me! If he thinks he can deny me what is mine, he has another thing coming. I will go down to the Delta Bridge and personally pay my old comrade a painful visit. Leave us. And here I thought you were dead, gladiator.
I once thought you greater than a Prime. Turns out we were both wrong.
How could you do this, after all I'd given you?
Do you remember that day at the High Council chamber? Do you remember what you told me?
I promised to bring this world to order.
Before that, your vision was the same as Optimus's. Freedom. For all. What you revealed to me that day was that your vision of freedom wasn't freedom, but a new enslavement. I will never be anyone's slave again. I will never be lesser again. Nor will I allow anyone to suffer as I once did. You are the new face of oppression.
If you felt so strongly, why have you hid all this time?
The fear of betraying the memory of you. But after I killed Brunt, I was reminded of what I'm capable of. And then I saw an opportunity. Thundercracker was clearly a loose-lipped sucker who would convey any message I relayed.
You wanted an audience with me.
Looking back to that day so long ago, when the High Council named Orion as the new Prime, your expression was pure horror and disgust. And over the cycles, I've grown more jaded and started to take pleasure in that. I see this as a target of opportunity to get a better expression off your sick face.
Your being alive will hardly get you that satisfaction.
No, but this will. Like I said, old friend, I was gonna get that expression out of you.
I have not missed your smarmy arrogance one bit.
I've missed you too.
How does your precious leader say it? One shall stand, one shall fall.
Doesn't matter. One of us is gonna die here. End of story.
You cannot match my raw power.
You can't match my speed and cunning.
I've been going about this fight all wrong. It will be much more enjoyable to break you with my bare hands.
You forget you trained me in all disciplines of combat, including hand-to-hand, my specialty.
I recall your technique was flawed.
Believe me, I've had time to improve. Oh no, you're not escaping this beating.
Prime! Bumblebee's requesting entry.
Let him in.
You guys! It's an emergency!
What is it?
We need that ordinance on the Delta Bridge, and we need it days ago.
Why didn't you call it in?
The Decepticons have spies that were moving some of the WMDs from the Holo records across the bridge. We didn't want them to know the shipment was stopped, and they contacted Megatron.
Dear Primus?
With the types of weapons we found, it's only a matter of time before Megatron shows up for them, if he hasn't already.
Jazz, ready a shuttle.
I was a fool to ever trust you. How much of what I could find in you have given to the Autobots to thwart me?
Every damn thing.
I will never make the mistake in trusting again.
On that, we agree. You won't get the opportunity since you won't survive this fight.
I think it is you who will not be walking away from this fight. A courtesy I'll only extend to you once more. I will offer you the chance for me to not hurt you any further.
What do I have to do? Walk off the side of the bridge?
Exactly. Fall to your death by your own accord, peacefully, with honor, or die painfully.
Pain is temporary, pride is forever, and those who live by the sword, die by the sword.
You still say that repulsive adage. What?
Megatron.
All this talk was not to dissuade me from your murder. You were waiting.
I was waiting for ordnance. Instead, I got Prime.
Jazz is under the bridge right now, setting the charges. If we can keep Megatron distracted long enough, we can destroy this bridge with him on it.
Crafty. I like it. Optimus!
You are weak, Optimus. That is why you are going to die here.
Trenches are set! Prime, get out of there!
I read you.
Whatever Autobot tricks you have planned, they will not save you from my wrath.
It's actually my plan. My tricks.
Get off me, filth!
Stratosphere, no! Take my hand, soldier.
No can do.
I see you intend to destroy my bridge. Now you are left in the ultimate quandary.
If you save me, you save him. And we'll never be able to detonate this bridge, and never cut off their supply route.
But you are a flyer. You can transform.
He's got a good grip. If I transform, he'll hold on. I'm not going to save him.
I'm pulling you up. No one else has to die.
Always predictable, Optimus.
Let me go with honor. This is my choice.
There's always a better choice.
Let me go, Optimus. He needs to die.
He's too weak to let us fall.
Shut up! Don't prove him right!
Maybe I'll just blast the charges myself and we all die.
Run for the shuttle.
I am not leaving you behind.
Once again, you're proving to have twice the integrity and character of Megatron. I truly can't begin to express how sorry I am.
For what?
Where's the boss?
Bring the shuttle around. Search the debris for survivors.
Boss!
How did you?
Survive? Barely. I got free of his grip, but cut it close.
And Megatron.
There's no way in Primus that anyone could survive that.
He could. He did.
You may have won this day, but I will win the next.
Sorry about the shoulder, Optimus. But, to be honest, I wasn't expecting to be around to feel guilty about it.
While the pain will pass, I will never forget the sacrifice you are willing to make to end this war and to prolong my own life. You are a true soldier and a better friend.
Friend? If I were you, I would not want me as a friend. Friends of mine tend to wind up dead or I betray them.
I'm willing to gamble the odds on that. If there is anything I can do for you, do not hesitate to ask.
There is one thing I'd like from you. A certain liberty, if you will. To be bad, for the good of the cause.
Go on.
I've been hiding from who I truly am and what I'm truly capable of. I've tried being the good guy, and that's just not me. I believe in your cause, and your vision until my spark's last fading pulse. I truly do. But I can't pretend I'm not a war machine anymore. Megatron always wanted my opponents to fear me, just as Autobots fear him now. I'd like to do just that. To make the Decepticons be afraid to fight the Autobots anymore. Mindwipe, you have been caught spying and aiding the Decepticons, feeding them valuable intel and weapons from the Hall of Records. I have allowed you one chance to escape with your life. Beat me in a fight. You chose not to take the opportunity. Now, I have Optimus Prime's expressed permission to be absolutely ruthless to end this war. You may be asking who I am, or you may not care, but I find a bot should know his killer's name, if possible. My name is Stratosphere, and your life, henceforth, is done. And to Megatron, I'm done warming up the crowds. I'm coming for my championship fight. I'm coming for you. And to Megatron, I'm done warming up the crowds. I'm coming for my championship fight. I'm coming for you.
So the fool has finally heeded my advice and tapped into his raw anger.
This appears to have been transmitted over an open channel no more than a cycle ago.
It wasn't an accident. He's sending a message. Let the games begin.